Hello everyone, thank you for joining my YouTube channel today. I hope you guys like today's video because we're gonna be talking about how I oil my hair, what products I use. Also, we're just gonna do a little Q&A as well because I posted on Instagram that we're gonna be doing that, and it's all gonna be based on relationships, advice, mental health, self-esteem. So yeah, just that. Also, I just want to let you guys know that everything in this video will be based on my experiences and my results. If you think that's something that you are not comfortable with using, don't use it. And also, if you think that you need more help, go seek a doctor or a professional to do that. Okay, so the first step is brushing your hair. I use this Denman brush. I do have naturally curly hair, but I wear them straight most of the time, and I know it's quite damaging, but currently I am not in a phase where I want to wake up every morning and spend like 30 minutes reviving them. That's why I wear my hair mostly straight. But even though I wear them straight with the routine that I follow, I do not see that much damage in my hair. But yes, again, what works for me might not work for you, so stay along and let's see. So I'm just gonna brush my hair, and you'll see why I use this because it's good for not breaking too much hair. I use it when I keep my hair curly too. Mostly people think that it is used for curly hair, but I feel like when I use this brush, I do not see that much hair fall against to what I see when I use normal brushes. And I'm also going to show you how much hair I lose during the process of hair oil. This is the amount that I lose. You can see this is the amount that I lose. It kind of gives you an idea how much of a hair fall or hair loss happens. My hair are brushed. Now I'm just gonna go one more time just to see that there are no more knots. So now my hair are totally brushed out. There are no knots in my hair. I'm gonna use this bottle to apply oil in my hair. This bottle has changed my routine and has saved me lots and lots of time. Also, this reaches, like, it applies oil to your whole scalp easily. Okay, so what I like about this bottle is it actually has like these little measuring marks where you can see how much of the hair oil that you're going to be using. I would say I'll use about half an ounce oil I'm going to be using today. Hot oil, especially in winters, because it does leave my hair really soft. This oil is really good and I've been using it since I was young. People do use mustard oil back home too. Yes, that works as well, but this is something that has worked for me for years. It has helped me, so that's what I'm going to be using in this video. So I'm just going to be filling it half an ounce. So I'm going to be using this much oil. And I think I posted about this on my Instagram. I made a reel on using this bottle and it got over more than 1 million views. I'm just going to show you how this works. You can see the oil coming on its own. I don't press it at all and the oil just comes out. What I'm going to do a little mid part. I'm just going to go how you go with your regular comb or brush. The good thing about this is you can feel it, all of the oil applied to your hair. So you can see most of the oil is applied on this side of the hair, and I'm gonna go on this side as well. I don't know how many of you miss this, but when my mom used to apply oil in my hair, she would like start in the middle and then she would like do this kind of a motion and then she would like start massaging it all over. I do miss my mom applying oil in my hair. So yeah, we just gotta do what we gotta do. Also have to apply the oil at the back of your head. So what I do, I just like pick all my hair and I just go like this. I can feel all of the oil is applied. I'm just gonna massage it. Like to keep the ends moisturized to avoid split ends. That needs care too. So probably a lot of people are gonna get mad, but what works for me works for me. I'm gonna add more oil to this bottle. This is the only oil that I need to apply through my scalp. So I'm gonna add more oil. The good thing about this bottle is that you can literally apply oil to the length too. None of the hair will be left behind. This bottle doesn't pull your hair, which is really good because we don't want that when we're applying oil. So yes, this does work a lot in that, so it doesn't break a lot of your hair, like it doesn't break mine, so that's good. And you can see that all of the hair has oil in it, like I can literally feel all of the strands have got enough oil, and there's still oil left in this bottle, so we're gonna go and apply on this side. So all of the oil has been applied to my hair. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna be using this massager. I use this both for shampooing my hair and also massaging my scalp when I have applied oil. Increase the blood circulation that you need to have better hair growth. I'm gonna go in all the circular motions on my scalp and I'm gonna start massaging it. And you can feel it when you are massaging that there is like this little rush that goes, and it's kind of soothing too. Also, I like to do oiling as it is kind of a therapeutic experience. Because for me, it's a part of my self-care routine. It also helps me to connect with myself. That's what I like about it the most. Yeah, so I massage it about for a minute or two. Blood circulation is really important for hair growth. I feel like this massager does that trick. You can say it's kind of like a chumpy that you get. Similar experience to a good chumpy that your dadi, nani or your mom gives you. This is a supplement to the chumpy, I would say. So I'm also going to be using my fingertips to go in there and really massage it. I'm going to be using a little bit of hair oil. Go in and I'm gonna rub the oil in my palm to get it a little nice and heated, just a little bit warm. And then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna go and massage it. So you want to avoid a lot of friction when you're applying oil. So just go with nice circular motion. Remember, hair loss looks different for everyone. Some people have like very thin hair, some people have really thick hair. I lost about this much of hair together while I'm applying oil. For me, this is not really a concern because I see that it's normal. Maybe for you it isn't normal, so yes, definitely seek some help if you think that this is what you're seeing is not normal for you. So now we have applied oil in my hair through this bottle, and also I have massaged my hair using this massager. I'm gonna go and steam my hair. So why I steam my hair? I steam my hair because the moist heat that comes from the steamer, it really helps to stimulate the hair growth, as well as it opens up those pores and it lets the oil sink nicely, which again promotes hair growth, and also at the same time it nourishes and it softens the hair. It has definitely helped me in seeing that my split ends are not that much than they were before. If you think that this is something that can work for you, I would suggest do that. This pressing machine to steam my hair because it doesn't work for my clothes. I figured out why not just use it to steam my hair, and it does work for that. Just want to say that you have to be really careful when you're using a steam press to do it, because it can like splatter water on your face and it can cause you burn. So definitely make sure that you're keeping your distance when you're using it. I'm just gonna go in with my hair and I'm gonna start steaming it. I do not do this step when I know that I am going to be keeping the oil in my hair overnight, because the hair is wet, and when you braid it, it's going to cause more breakage, so I avoid doing that. If you think that you cannot steam your hair by yourself, definitely tell somebody to do it for you, because steaming hair like this can definitely burn. So make sure that you are taking all the safety measures to not burn yourself. These are all these little tricks that I have learned from my mother, my grandmother. So I do this about for like 10 minutes. After that, I'm just gonna let it sit, let my hair a little dry, and I'm gonna quickly braid it, because that is also really important in my culture. When you oil your hair, you have to braid it For some reason, say that it helps with your health growth, and it also helps you keeping your hair intact and all the moisture intact where it needs to be for your hair to be more soft. So that's what I'm gonna do. Definitely, I would suggest you to not braid your hair really tight, because again, pulling hair during this process, because we're already trying to open our pores and let that oil and steam sink in to promote more hair growth, we don't want to pull our hair too much, because instead of like making it more stronger, and it will just break more hair. So it's up to you totally if you want to braid your hair or not braid your hair, but I like to do it, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I braided my hair. Now I'm just gonna leave it for about another hour, an hour and a half, and I'm just gonna do what I do. I can read a book in this time, I make myself lunch or dinner, whatever, and I also like to read a book, journal. That's what I do during this time. It's up to you. This step in this process does take about an hour or two, but if you're keeping it overnight, I would say, yeah, do not steam your hair when you're keeping it overnight, because that's not what I like to do. But other than that, if you're doing it in a day, steaming your hair is really good in that process. And do a loose braid when you're doing it. We have some time to answer some Q&As, so I'm gonna do that, and I hope I can cover all of them, and if not, we'll do another series of Q&A. So I want to start by, first question that I got was how to prioritize yourself over others. I would say this is where your self-love and your self-respect come, because it will really show you how much you love yourself and how much of the respect that you give to yourself. Also, I would really want to say that you have to be really willing to prioritize yourself. I think you should begin by asking yourself, how much of the power do you really want to give this person to make you feel that they have some kind of a power over you? Also, there are many times that people please. I was once too. I would really do people pleasing, and I would really make sure that they are okay, and it doesn't really matter how I feel about certain situation. I would really make sure that I was there for them even though they weren't. So how I started doing it, by I really thought about what I like and what I don't like. I started building boundaries. Boundaries are the first thing that should be done. Doesn't matter who they are, even if it's your family, friends, your spouse, your significant other, your work relationship, anything. You have to start building boundaries, because that is what is gonna draw that line between you and them, and that's gonna show them that yes, they are not your priority, you yourself are. Of course, you should be the one who is a priority for yourself rather than somebody else. I would really say that self-love, building boundaries, having that self-respect for yourself can really help you in this, and I hope this helps you. All right, so another question that I got was, my childhood best friends has changed a lot and nothing is same between us now, how to deal? I would say people grow, and now they're not the same, because maybe they grew in different paths that you wish not to grow in, or you grew different than they did. So I think it's just the growth that is happening for both of you. So there's nothing wrong between that, and if you really do care about the person, I would really think you should talk to your friend and talk it out. Sometimes there are a lot of misunderstandings, a lot of things that we don't understand. There are a lot of external influences between people. So yeah, talk to them, see what is bothering them and you, and what has changed. So what I am hearing it is just the growth. You guys are going in two different paths that are not same maybe, and I think it's okay, but maybe by talking it out among each other will solve the problem. Another question that I got was how to cut down your expectations from others. So the first thing that you want to learn in this is you really cannot expect anything from anyone, because you don't know what they're like. You don't know what they're capable of, what they can do, and what kind of situation they are in. We usually expect people to do things for us because we want them to, but sometimes they don't want to do that, or they are not capable enough to do those things. You also have to understand in this matter that you don't want to be surrounded by people who have let you down so many times. It's okay sometimes to expect things, but you also have to see through their perspective what they can do and what they cannot do. So the next question is how to practice detachment. To practice detachment, you have to make sure that your mind is really strong enough to do it. So how I started practicing detachment from things was I would like take a step back. I would respond rather than react to certain situations, to certain people. I would also see people for who they are, or see the situation for what it is rather than seeing it what it should have been. I would say like holding your own opinion back and just to see with a clear eye what is going on. That's how I started my process of detachment. Another question is your long-term goals. Where do you see yourself in future? The only goal that I have this year is to grow my social media, and I do see myself in future basically doing more, like to do more full-time content creation, and that's what I see myself doing currently, and share my experiences with people, and those are my goals. I think yes, that's what I see myself currently have a goal for myself in future. Okay, so another one is who is your inspiration for meeting daily goals? My inspiration for meeting my daily goals are basically my bigger goals that I have set myself for this year. Every year I make vision board. I write, I picturize everything what I want to achieve in one full year. What I do is I take those big goals and I make them my monthly goals, and then from my monthly goals I make them my daily tasks, like my daily goals. So I break it down. So that is kind of my inspiration, because I know to achieve my big goals I do need to create smaller goals and smaller habits to be able to go through that path. And I hope that is kind of okay for you to understand. I think I'm explaining it pretty easily. Okay, so the another question that I got was, can you please share a home workout routine? I'm struggling to find it. It's very confusing. To be honest, I do not work out at home. I go to the gym and I do it. I'm not a person who can work out at home. I do yoga sometimes, and I am not currently really comfortable doing and sharing that aspect of my life on social media, and I don't have that confidence currently. But maybe in future, I would definitely like to do that for you. Another thing that I got was, how did you started your page on Insta and what's the story behind it? I started my page on Insta a couple years, 2 years back, I would say. I started my Insta because I was really in a dark space at that time. I didn't know how to channelize my emotions and how to channelize what I was feeling at that time. I just didn't see a lot of people around me that would understand what I was going through. That is how I got a lot of encouragement to start my journey on social media. If you see my Instagram, it goes from like really talking about wellness and stuff to healing, and where I'm just doing what I love to do. So you can see the stages that what I went through and what I did to be where I am today. And I'm still healing from things that I think weren't mine to take. So that's the journey behind my Instagram and how it started. So it started as, for me, as my virtual diary, I would say. Another question that I have is, can you please share that hair oil recipe which you posted? I am currently in the middle of doing it because I want my mom to be in that video, and I am begging her to be in one, but she said that she needs some time and she's currently busy, and we do live in different countries to do that. We do need our times to match, but I do know I have to share it, and I will, I promise. I am just figuring out how will that work. Also, I want her to be in the video because she's the one who should get the credit for it. She deserves it. So yes, that is gonna take a little while, but definitely that will come for you. Okay, so another question was, do you think journaling can be all putting out your negative thoughts? Because that's what I do. All people are different, And to answer this question, I would say in the beginning, journaling didn't really work for me because it would really make me feel bad and sad, and it would really make me go into that dark spot where I didn't want it to be, because all I would do, I would journal about was my negative emotions. Even though I did it, I didn't know how to channelize those emotions, how to work through that emotions after that. And I started researching on what to journal, how to journal, and what steps should be taken. Yes, journaling can be really helpful, but also it can have really negative effect on you. So it's just how you really feel about journaling. Now what I do feel like journaling really helps, but I choose prompts wisely. I don't just journal about whatever, because I know if I start journaling about on my past experiences, I would go into that negative spiral of negative emotions, which I don't want to be, and that would really make me feel weak, and it would really make me feel bad about myself. So yes, I don't journal whatever I want. I journal through strict prompts that I feel work for me. Okay, another question that I got was, please do a room tour video. Okay, so I'm currently in the middle of probably moving soon, and I will do a full apartment tour, and I will be decorating it, and I will be decorating my room and stuff, and I will definitely make a whole vlog in different parts. I will be sharing that on my Instagram and on my YouTube as well, so stay tuned for that. The question is, I have been overthinking a lot these days, and it makes me miss out all the present moment. How to stop it? I think you're asking the wrong person here, because I overthink a lot about certain situations. I think most human beings are bound to do that. What I would do when I'm overthinking a lot, I would really write down all the things that I'm thinking about. I would really see where it is taking me. I would journal on that. If there is something that is really bothering me and I'm going to keep on overthinking on it, I would try to make a plan on how to stop it and what can be done to achieve it. So I think for you to stop overthinking, you can definitely write it down and see where the problem is coming from, and you can start making a plan on that situation, which will help you to take that action which is needed to stop you from overthinking. Okay, so another question I have is to how to get over someone. Self-love. It's all about self-love, because maybe that didn't work out for you, and that's okay. But this is where you have to show yourself how much of the love that you can give yourself during this time. And that's through my own personal experience. Sometimes there are some relationships, friendships that don't work, and that's okay, because regretting it for a certain amount of time is okay, rather than regretting for the rest of your life, which is bad. And it's okay to feel things. I'm not saying it's bad, it is okay, but you cannot stop your life for someone. Surround yourself with people who love you, who really care for you during this time, will really help you. Another one is how you overcome insecurities. I overcame my insecurities when I cut off a lot of toxic people and a lot of toxic environment that was in my life, because there will be people who will question you, who are toxic themselves. They will think that you're not good enough. They will tell you that, and they're so insecure about themselves that they will project their insecurities on you. Cut those toxic people out of your life. Doesn't matter if it's family, friends, work, anything that is making you feel insecure, because why do you want to surround yourself with those kind of people? Why do you want to surround yourself in certain situations that make you feel bad about yourself? I did have a lot of insecurities because I was surrounding myself unknowingly with those kind of people. And once I quitted being with them, once I decided that this is not healthy for me, I really grew my confidence. I really started my journey of self-love. So yes, cut those toxic people out, cut those toxic environments out that are making you feel insecure. So another question is some self-care and wellness tips for beginners. I would say to really start writing down the things that you used to do when you were a child. That can be doing painting, dancing in the rain, anything that really made you happy during that time. That's how I do my self-care. And also you really want to know what your likes and dislikes are, because if you are doing something that is not serving you or not serving your purpose, you cannot be happy doing that, even though you have to because of certain situations. But try limiting it in your life and start focusing on yourself. That's how I think you can start your wellness and self-care journey. All right, I think that's it for today. I hope you guys really like this video and it can be like informative for you. And that anything that is helpful for you in this video, do let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you guys can give me like ideas on what you would like to see next, that would be awesome too. Any remainder Q&As will be answered on my Instagram or in another Q&A series. I really like talking to you guys, and this is a safe place for everyone. I hope to see you guys next time.